Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tech Talk with me, Kazim. Today we're going to be discussing a very important topic for all businesses using the Microsoft Azure Cloud, and that is the Azure Cost Management tips. Azure Cost Management refers to the practices and the strategies to effectively manage and optimize their cost in the Microsoft Azure Cloud. With the increasing adoption of cloud computing, managing costs has become an important aspect of cloud operations to ensure that organizations are maximizing their return on investment and staying within budget. So in this episode, I'm going to be sharing some tips to help you keep your Azure cloud spend under control. Let's delve in.
Wow, there is just some styling. Wow, there is just.
As businesses move to the cloud, it is important to keep an eye on cost. So here are some tips for you for cost management in Azure. First is for you to set budgets. Azure Budgets is a feature in the Microsoft Azure portal that allows you to set spending limits for your resources, your services, and your subscription in Azure. It helps you to monitor and manage your Azure cost effectively by providing visibility into your spending, and it also sends you notification when you exceed the threshold that you have set. And this is one of the easiest ways to avoid unexpected costs in Azure. Another tip for you is to right-size your resources. Right-sizing resources in Azure refers to a process of optimizing the size and the configuration of virtual machines and other resources that you use in Azure to manage their actual usage requirements. Azure offers a variety of resources to include virtual machine, storage accounts, and so on. And it is important for you to choose the right size for your needs to avoid unnecessary costs. By right-sizing your resources, you can ensure that you're using the most effective virtual machine sizes and configuration for your workloads, which can result in significant cost savings for you or for your business. So if you're looking for a tool that can help in this regard, check out Azure Advisor. Microsoft Azure Advisor can help you choose the appropriate size for your Azure resources. Next on my list is for you to use reserved instances, also known as Azure Reservations. Azure Reservation is a cost-saving feature in Azure for a 1 or 3 year term. If you know that you're going to be using a particular resource for a long time, then you can save cost by purchasing reserved instances. Azure offers significant discounts for those reserved instances. It will interest you to note that by committing to a reservations in Azure, you can save up to 72% compared to the pay-as-you-go pricing model. Next is Spot VM. Azure Spot VM is another cost-saving feature on Azure that allows you to take advantage of unused compute capacity at discounted prices. Spot VMs are similar to the regular virtual machines, but their pricing is based on the spot market pricing, which can fluctuate depending on supply and demand, which means that the prices can vary depending on factors such as availability of unused Azure capacity, region, time of the day, and demand from other customers. Spot VMs are ideal for workloads that are flexible, that can be interrupted and restarted without data loss. So some common use cases for Spot VMs would include things like batch processing, doing big data processing, and using it in a testing and development environment. Do keep in mind that when a Spot VM is interrupted, the VM is evicted and the data that you have on the VM is lost. But Azure does provide a 30-second eviction notice, allowing you to gracefully manage the interruption by shutting down your virtual machine or saving your data. My next tip is for you to take advantage of Azure Hybrid Benefits. Azure Hybrid Benefits is another cost-saving feature on Azure that allows you to take advantage of your existing on-premises licenses to run virtual machine in Azure in order for you to save costs. This can apply to both Windows and SQL Server licenses. Another way to put this is that The Azure Hybrid benefit allows you to bring your own on-premises Windows Server and SQL Server licenses to Azure, giving you the flexibility to use your already existing licenses and extend them to the cloud without additional licensing costs. So this in general allows you to optimize your investment and reduce your VM cost on Azure. Next one comes as a no-brainer, but most admins hardly take the time to do it, which is to delete unused resources. You have to make sure that you review your resources regularly and delete the resources that are no longer needed. This is because unused resources can incur unnecessary costs. And finally, monitor your usage. Azure provides detailed usage reports that shows which services are being used and how much they are costing you. So be sure to monitor these reports regularly to identify if there's any spike in your usage so you can take the necessary actions. Alright, so that is it, but let's keep the conversation going in the comment section down below. So let me know which is your own favorite Azure cost management tip. Cost management is an essential aspect of cloud computing, and by following these tips, you can keep your cloud spend under control and avoid unexpected costs. I hope you found this episode useful. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Listen.